Hey everybody, I am doing another video. This video is not going to be like me filming things that I've been doing. I have a list of things that are different. It's kind of a long list, so it might be a long video. There's just been a lot of things here, like culturally, that are different, so I'm just going to talk about, the different things that are here in Ireland. So I'm going to start with, let's start with school. So the scheduling here is not the same, and I'll put a picture of my schedule here and then one of my old schedules from back home. But here you can have the class 2 times a day, or you can have a double class, which means 2 hours, and then once another day. And if it's a computer class, which I have 2, you have 1 practical, which is kind of like a lab back home, and then 2 lectures. So instead of 3 lectures. And here, I'm a business student, so marketing, we have 3 lectures and a tutorial. Tutorials aren't mandatory, but they recommend you go, kind of just to get extra help or study, that kind of thing. And also the first 2 weeks here, your schedules can change constantly. They change on us quite a lot, and we weren't registered as full students yet, so we didn't get the memo until we showed up to class. Their classes are later in the day. The first class here starts at 9 a.m. instead of at 8 a.m., which is nice. But majority of my classes don't start until the afternoon, so I usually go from Mondays to start at 1, Tuesdays to start at 2, and I go to 5 or 6 o'clock at night, which I hate. I don't like night classes, so it's been an adjustment. I've gotten more used to it, but I still prefer, because back home I usually start at 9, finish anywhere from 12 to 1. Professors here are usually always late. The classes here don't start right on the dot. It's they schedule them from 9 to 10 and then 10 to 11, or back home it's 9 to 9:50 and then you start at 10:05. So you have the 15-minute break built in. Here they don't do that. So usually classes start at 9:10, or 10 after. Professors are always so usually late. And then if they're 20 minutes late, you can leave. Class is canceled. Just back home where I go to school, it's a suitcase school. Galway is a student city. So all the students pack up and leave on the weekends, and Fridays classes, I don't think classes run later than 1 o'clock. So because students go home, so they don't schedule classes. I think the latest class is 1, so that students can go home at a decent time. The classes here, everyone is in pretty much, everyone is in the same class as you here. It's not like back home, you just, see these people every now and then. Here, it's just, pretty much here, there's only 1 class being offered. So marketing, there's only 1 class. So everyone's going to be in the same class as you. Everything, every subject. I have marketing, management information systems, management science applications. What am I forgetting? Human resources. Everyone is in the same class as me. All 4 classes. And the classes here are big because of that, so there are a lot of students, 80, 90 students, which is a lot for me because back home, go to a small school, and usually my biggest class would be a science class, which is 60 people, but majority of the time I'm in a class with 20, 30 students. Grading here is very different. They don't really do homework here, so you have, I call it a CA, which is continuous assessment, and your exam. So in all my classes except 1, my exam is worth 70% and my CA is worth 30%, and CAs can be different things depending on the professor. One of my computer classes are practical, where we go in a computer lab and do the work. That's our CA, so that's easy. And then our exam is 70%. One of my classes is a group project. Another class, he's going to give us a test, I think 2 tests, and then our exam. So our 2 tests are our CA and then our exam. One of my classes, Irish Studies, which is just for international students, 100% CA, so we'll do a presentation and then a paper, which is really nice, so no exam. The exam schedules here, it's really weird. You don't find out until close to exams. And let me look. I have a calendar. At the end, oh no. Yeah. The end of April, so April 25th. Okay, lectures end on April 22nd, and then on the 25th, which is a Monday, revision week starts, so we don't have class the last week in April. It's meant for students to study. And then on May 3rd, our exams start, and then exams don't end until the 19th. So they give us 3 weeks for exams, and just like your class schedule, your exam schedule can change at the last minute. So, like, I don't know when I'm taking finals, and I won't know until probably end of April. Which is really annoying because back home, you know, we can know the first day of class when we're taking our finals. And we have a week worth of finals, not 3 weeks. So I could take one of my finals at the beginning of the exam period and then like a couple after, or I can take all mine at the end of May. It just depends on when they schedule it. So I'm leaving a couple days after exam schedule. Like, I'm leaving on the 21st so that I'm okay. Like, you know, if I finish the 19th, which is the last day, I'm fine. And like we got to pick our classes, but the students here don't get to pick their classes. So that's another different thing.